Is the narcissist treating the new supply better? Maybe they left you and now they're with a new supply. Maybe they're with an old ex that they got back together with. Maybe you guys had a cordial breakup and now you're watching them be with someone else. And you start seeing how they're acting and how they're interacting with other people. And you're like, they didn't do that with me. Like, what is going on? Like, with me, they were rude. With me, they were rageful. With me, they threw dishes and broke them on the wall. Like, with me, they were screaming in my face. They caused panic attacks. They caused anxiety. They caused depression. What's going on? And you start to look at those relationships from the outside, and you start to see, like, wow, like, it looks like it's, like, loving. Like, they're posting how much they love the person on social media. They're posting, like, all these, like, nice moments they're having together. And it starts to plant a seed of doubt in your mind. A seed of doubt of the end result of maybe it was me. See, what's happening is you're looking on the outside of a narcissist performing their craft. You're looking on the outside of a narcissist who's in a new relationship and is going through the phase of love bombing and gaslighting. They're love bombing the new supply, making them feel like they're the best person in the entire world, making them feel like they're up on a pedestal and that the world revolves around that person. All play and all a plan so they can pull that away, saying keep that person, saying keep that supply. But from the outside looking in, it looks like love. It looks like amazing. It looks like, whoa, like, why? Like, they never spent that much time with me. They never spent that much money on me. They never engaged with me that much. They never did so many things with me. They didn't go on date trips with me. They didn't spend time together. Like, why is it so much better with the next person? Truth is, it's not. But for you and for everyone else that's getting duped by it, you're seeing it from the outside. You're seeing love bombing from the outside. You're seeing the gaslighting from the outside. And what you do is you look at it and you see it and you're like, wow, that looks so much better than what I had. What you probably don't realize is if you experienced love bombing at the beginning of the relationship, it looked exactly the same to everybody else outside. Now you're on the outside and you're looking at their relationship and you're thinking, wow, like, they just must be meant for each other. Like, it just must not have worked out for us because we're just not meant for each other. Or maybe, you know what? It must be me. Because they're happy with this person. Like, the relationship they have with this person is engaged and wonderful and loving and everything like that. So, it must have been me. In reality, like, you're just on the outside. You're getting duped just along with everybody else of watching a narcissist perform his craft on the next supply. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the concept and the thought process that you weren't good enough or that you did something wrong and that person is doing so much better. Because literally 99.9% of the time, that is a false reality. And you're trying to compare something to a love bombing stage that they're just going to get in that relationship and break that person down and gaslight them and manipulate them, but on the outside seem perfect. On the outside seem like the best person. On the outside seem like the best father, the best husband, the best churchgoer, whatever you want to do. And when you look at that, you think, wow, it must have been me. No, it wasn't. What you experienced was a narcissistic cycle. What you experienced was the love bombing, devaluation, and discard, and then they moved on to the next person to do the same thing. It's not going to change. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep perpetuating and keep going on time and time again. It might look a little different because they learn. It might look a little bit different because the next person they're going to be with for 6 months versus 2, 12 months versus 6, 18 months versus 12. They might learn, they might get a little bit longer, they might perfect their craft a little bit more so they can hold on to a person a little bit more before they start realizing who that person actually is, like what's actually going on. And as a result, they'll continue to lie, to gaslight, manipulate. So when you're on the outside and you're looking at them and you're thinking in your mind, maybe it was me, I want you to stop, take a breath. And sit back and think about the relationship. Was it you that told the narcissist to go out and cheat? Was it you that stopped loving them and said, just tell me lies? Was it you that forced them to have the behavior that they had? Was it you that lovingly tried to express your feelings and your thoughts and end up getting rage and anger? You see, when it comes down to it, it's not what you did. It's who they are. And that's a hard reality to come to. That's a hard reality to start thinking about and start applying. Because you want to find blame. You want to think, oh, maybe it was me. Because sometimes it's easier to blame yourself than it is to admit that someone came into your life and hurt you and abused you and cheated on you and then walked away and they didn't care. That's a really hard reality for a lot of people to handle. So when you're on the outside and you're looking at the new supply, you're looking at the new relationship, what I want to caution you is don't. You're inviting pain. You're inviting hurt. You're inviting a lot of confusion. So that's why when you leave a narcissist, when you get out of that toxic relationship, 99% of the time, I always counsel people, block, go no contact, ghost. And people are like, oh, well, it ended okay. Like they moved on. They're with someone else. Like they're not contacting me. It's fine. No. Blocking is just as much to keep them away as it is to keep you safe. As it is to keep your mental, emotional, and mind just all in the right place. But otherwise, over a period of time, they'll start to mess with that. Whether it's just their social media posts, whether it's them reaching out to you, whether it's them contacting you, whether it's them trying to drop little breadcrumbs that you're like, wait a second, I think they're talking about me on social media. Maybe I need to change something. Like they will mess with your mind. If you're getting out of relationship with a narcissist, block them, go no contact. Sometimes people see my channel and they're like, oh, you're on here like trying to provide hope. No, I'm not. If the narcissist is not willing to be honest and vulnerable and admit who they are, there is no hope. Run, block, ghost, no contact. If you want to be like, oh, well, I just want to be strong enough to be able to avoid them. That's great. Block, ghost, no contact. But like, I just want to be able to handle it so I can look them in the eye and I can say, I don't need you anymore. That's great. Block, ghost, no contact. If you want to find healing, you need to put that person out of your life and focus on you. Focus on your growth. Focus on your development. That's all that matters. If you guys like what you've seen here, please follow, subscribe, help share this video with anybody that might be struggling with this. Follow me on different platforms. So I do smaller videos on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Would love to see your support there or just watch any of the videos that pop up. If you're listening on Spotify or podcasts, like thanks so much for supporting there. New platform that I'm just getting on. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So if you ever want to reach out and talk to me, go to rawmotivations.com. Would love to talk to you more, whether you're a narcissist or whether you've been dealing with narcissistic abuse. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm trying to help promote awareness, growth, healing, and change to people out there. Thank you so much.